Please give a warm welcome for Mike Sgroi.
Alright, how we doing, Bucks County? Yeah, ready for some comedy tonight. Thank you for coming out. We got a fantastic looking bunch here tonight. What's going on here? We got a big Brady Bunch cast reunion here. What is this? What do you got here? Match? I don't know. Wu-Tang Clan? Something? I don't know. I'll be in the parking lot. You can kick my ass. Alright, so what do we have going on? Anything special? Any special occasion? Or?
Indian princesses.
What? They're saying Indian princesses. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Oh,
That sounds like a porno category. What is that? No, Indian princess. Okay, that's a big large group.
YMCA.
YMCA.
Dad, daughter, David, and the parents all became friends.
Oh, I see. You met through the children, and now you're all friends.
Our kids are all
friends.
Your kids like, no, I'm in my 40s. Right. Are the kids all successful? You look like successful people. The kids are all doing well? There's got to be one bad one, right? Who's got the bad one? And is anybody? Who's got the one who's still living at home? Because I've been that guy. Anybody? No? Okay. Well, thank you for coming. I didn't know if it was a birthday, anniversary, somebody celebrating an erection. I don't know. Something like that can happen. But thank you for coming. This is great. This is right in the front. This is great. How about right here? We got some nice folks here. What's going on over here?
Double date.
Double date? Yeah, real kinky in here tonight. The father, daughter, the double date. What's your name?
Nick.
Nick? What do you do, Nick?
I work in a metal shop, fabrication.
Is that what you told her, or is that, do you really do that? I work with metal! No, you work in a metal shop in fabrication?
Secretly barista.
Secretly what?
No, barista.
Oh, I thought you said priesthood. I thought is she a beer? That's shit can't be saying. Yeah. No, secretly a barista, but you work in a metal shop and factory.
Yeah.
That's great. That's, you just do what you can to pay the bills, right?
Yeah.
What do you do in the metal shop factory? You make like cool, tough shit, or like what do you do?
Not too cool, CNC machine.
You could have lied. You could have said I make knives and machetes and stuff. You'd have pressed her. All right, well that's cool. So, and what do you do? You with secretary for him or for no? No. Is he making you metal weapons? You're stealing some metal on the side. You better bring the money home. No? Okay. And what about you, sir?
Pest control.
Pest control. He's the guy who's gonna kick me out later. Pest control. You do like humane pest control, or you kill him? Yeah, humane. Give this guy a round of applause. Somebody's gotta be nice to the pests. They got some children if you want to take rid of them. They got some kids living at home, no? Yeah. And what do you do?
I work in a lab.
Work in a lab. You're like,
Research.
so you're like Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein. Working on,
Yeah,
mad scientist?
Yeah, I work with rodents and stuff.
You work with, so he catches them and you operate on them. See? That's how they met. They met by the dumpster in the back of the restaurant. We got some rats and then we got, okay. No, that's really cool. Like, what have you found what's the latest discovery in the rodent world? What's going on with them?
I found out that mice can get really fat. They get really obese,
So they're Americans, essentially.
We're
Yeah.
not allowed to give them treats anymore. So that's
Oh, okay. But you have to give them like, what's that stuff everybody's taking when they're rich to lose weight? Ozempic, right? Ozempic for rodents. All right, well that's very good. They're a lot smarter than we know, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Probably smarter than people too. Except when it comes to eating, we're all just eating like crap. We're all just looking. Nobody laughed at that. I'm sorry. I hit a nerve there. Okay. How about over here? We got some regulars over here. How are you? They're always here. Nice to see you again. Thank you for coming. When are you going to come on stage and do jokes? What night are we going to book you?
Maybe later.
Maybe later. All right. Stay for after the show. Our friends are going to perform. Anybody else celebrate anything? Anything special going on? Anything amazing happened today? You found your keys. Birthday. Oh, it's a birthday. Congratulations. Very good. I'm not going to ask specifically what day, but is it like a big number? Is it just a regular birthday?
You made it another year, right?
You made it another year. All right. That's something we should all be celebrating. I don't know how this year's going to play out. So, oh boy. Well, thank you all for coming. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. First of all, a lot of you are looking at me like, why is Zelensky here doing stand-up? Yeah. I've been getting a lot of that lately, yeah. I don't mind looking like Zelensky. It's just I get a little tired of having to go everywhere wearing a Kevlar vest. That's not fun. That's difficult. So I do have to say, there is one thing about him I admire. I don't want to go into the politics, but I do admire one thing about him. Is very brave about him. He will meet leaders of the world wearing sweat clothes. Now that is something to aspire to. That is just really great. Yeah, Zelensky used to be a stand-up comedian before he was president of Ukraine. Not a lot of people knew that he was a stand-up comedian. That puts a lot of pressure on me as a comedian, because now, not only do I have to be funny, I also have to come up with an air defense strategy. My last name is Sgroi. It's not a Ukrainian last name, it's actually an Italian last name, believe it or not. It has a weird spelling. It's spelled S-G-R-O-I, and it translates to handful of Scrabble tiles. My great-grandparents won their citizenship with triple letter scores. You're taking that way too seriously. It's not true. It's not. So, we weren't too stereotypical Italian in my family. The only stereotype is my grandparents like to keep the plastic on the furniture. Yeah. I remember being a kid and my grandmother was going to throw away the couch. I was like, Grandma, why are you throwing away the couch? She's like, Michael, it's getting old. I'm like, old? You never opened it. Any Italian people here tonight? I'm sorry, yeah, the feds aren't listening. You can speak up. That's all right. Let me ask you this. I've noticed this as an Italian. We don't get credit for a lot of things we've innovated. We don't. Like Italians were the very first people to come up with ride sharing. Long before Uber, Italians invented ride sharing. We just did it differently. Instead of putting people in the back seat, we just stuffed them in the trunk. That's, I got it. That's good. That's all right. Thank you. I'm gonna save that. Should I use that? Yeah. So, if you pay me, yes. I need that Zelensky money, right? I heard you talking about it. I don't know. Right now, I'm living in a studio apartment. Anyone ever live in a studio apartment before? Yeah. Some of you, yeah. Now, for those of you who don't know what that's like, imagine having a walk-in closet without the rest of the house. The real estate agent was really trying to sell me on the place. She's like, look, Mike, I know it's small, but I think you'll like it. In fact, an actor used to live here. Who, Baby Yoda? She's like, all right, let me at least give you the tour. How do you give a tour of a studio apartment? All right, close your eyes. Open them. That's the tour. I don't know, I want to be rich so I can afford the finer things in life, like a second room. You know, if I were on a game show and they said, you could win a trip to Paris or a new car, I'd be like, I'll take a hallway. But I have this studio, it's all I can afford. I don't have a lot, I don't own a lot, I have kind of an empty place. In fact, I had a burglar break into my apartment. He felt so bad for me, he started putting things in my apartment from the last place he robbed. Here, Mike, take this lamp, you need it more than I do. Here we go. They went to take the guy to jail. I'm like, that's no punishment, give him my apartment. I'll go to jail. I want the free room and board, the food, the spooning, whatever. None of the appliances work in my apartment. I have a toaster with 2 settings, nothing and cremation.
Oh my God.
A buttered soot for breakfast. It was a Flintstone vitamin. That's what Yeah, I get really depressed though in that apartment. It just stresses me out. This is what happened to me. The other day I was sitting on my toilet because that's my couch. And a friend of mine calls me up. He's like, look, Mike, we got to cheer you up. This is what I want you to do. I want you to get up every day, go to that window and say, I'm going to make it. I'm like, I can't do that. He's like, no, you have to. I'm like, no, I can't. I don't have a window. He's like, all right, let's do something fun. Let's try one of those escape rooms. I'm like, what's an escape room? It's when you're trapped in a room and you can't get out. I'm like, what's wrong with you? I live in an escape room. I don't think you understand it's fun. You get to do puzzles. Oh, if you really want to do a puzzle, just come to my place. We'll figure out how to break my lease, all right? Yeah. All right, you guys ready for a big show? You ready to have a lot of fun? We are going to have a great show tonight. A couple of announcements later on. We'll get to those. Those will be fun. But right now, coming to the stage, your next comedian, very funny lady. She has a daily show on Facebook. She also is on the One Funny Mother Tour. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dina Blizzard, everybody. Dina!